All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Yordenis Ugas has suffered. We know he suffered a broken orbital bone against Errol Spence Jr. and it has been past. It has been 7 days, and his eye is still shut. So, some people is concerned that Yordenis Ugas might have to call it a day. So, I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. Please sure that you like and subscribe to the channel to get all your latest boxing news. With that being said, Yordenis Ugas has recently fought Errol Spence Jr. on April 16th, and he lost by a 10th round stoppage. And Yordenis Ugas, he didn't even though he didn't want the fight to be stopped, the doctors had to call it off and stuff like that. And since then, Yordenis Ugas' eye has been shut. We know that Yordenis Ugas, I believe he has a broken rib, and Errol Spence Jr. also broke his orbital bone and stuff like that. And I feel like that if his eye has been shut for 7 days, I think that he should just go back to the doctor and see what's up, because usually it doesn't take that long for your eye to reopen up, but it seems to me that it's taking longer than it should. And a lot of people felt like that it might be over for Yordenis Ugas. He might have to call it a day. And he could call it a day. He made a lot of money fighting Errol Spence Jr. He doesn't have to box anymore if he chooses not to box anymore. We know that Errol Spence Jr. ruined Kell Brook. He wasn't the same fighter after he broke his orbital bone as well, but Kell Brook still to this day wants to fight. And I don't think that it's going to be the case for Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas is a real warrior. He wanted nothing but the smoke. He fought the best competition he needed to fight to get to the top of those belts. And I just feel like at the end of the day, man, I think you should call it a day. This is an injury that could affect your career. And I think the fact of the matter is, if he still fight, he's going to have to really tighten up on his defense. Even though Yordenis Ugas has impeccable and good defense, he's going to have to tighten up what's more of his defense if he's going to continue to fight, because now people are going to be looking to target your eye as well. And who do you match Yordenis Ugas up with at this point? Do you match him up with Lamonte and Stanionis? Do you put him in the ring with Butiev? Do you put him in the ring with Yordenis? Do you put him in the ring with Keith Thurman? Do you put him in the ring with Danny Garcia? There's just a lot of guys, or Mikey Garcia if he's still at welterweight. There's just a lot of guys at 147 that Yordenis Ugas is going to be cautious with, because these guys are young and hungry, or Virgil Ortiz. These guys are young and hungry, and they're looking to do damage to you. And I think the fact of the matter is, I think that Errol Spence Jr. Probably took something away from Yordenis Ugas that he probably never will get back. And I believe he took his pride, and I think he took something that was mostly precious to him, was that WBA belt. You guys seen how happy Yordenis Ugas was when he had that WBA belt. And it's just, I think he's kind of disappointed. I think that I think in his mind he wished that he could have put on a better performance for the fans. I'm not saying that he did a bad job. I feel like that he could have been more active with Errol Spence Jr. I think he could have brought the fight more to Errol Spence Jr. But like I said before, guys, there's level to this for a reason. Errol Spence Jr. is an A+ fighter, and I'm going to give Yordenis Ugas all the props in the world for fighting Errol Spence Jr. I think Yordenis Ugas is an A- fighter. Despite he has losses, he has never been knocked out until he fought Errol Spence Jr. That's damn near impressive to me. The man stood up like a true warrior. He went out there and fight like a man. And, even though he took a beating, he still showed that he wanted to fight. He didn't care how much damage he took. The man still wanted to fight. and you got these weak, casual boxing fans around here saying that Yordenis Ugas was never good from the jump. He was always a B-plus fighter. If Yordenis Ugas wasn't good, why did he beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs twice? It doesn't matter if it was in amateurs. It doesn't matter if it was in professionals. He whooped Terrence Crawford ass twice in the amateurs, I believe. So we can't say that Yordenis Ugas ain't no good boxer. The man is very good at what he does, and this is his job. But at the end of the day, if this injury, if this eye continue to drag on for like another 3 to 4 days without opening up, I just think that Yordenis Ugas should call it a day. Just be looking into invest into businesses, be looking to invest into real estate, houses, whatever you do to make revenue off the back end outside the sport of boxing. A lot of guys do that. A lot of guys try to build up as much money as they can in the sport of boxing and invest on the outside of the sport of boxing. So when it's time for them to retire from the sport, they don't have to come back anymore. They could just do other stuff outside the sport of boxing and live their life comfortably without working a regular job ever again. Even though you got to work still, but it's more better than a regular job at the end of the day. So with that being said, guys, this is an injury for Yordenis Ugas. He suffered a broken orbital bone. The eye is still closed after several days after the fight. And I feel like that if Yordenis Ugas continue to fight, he's going to tighten up on his defense. But he might have to call it a career if this eye injury prolongs and stuff like that. I feel bad that his career had to end like this if it does. But I think Yordenis Ugas is going to be all right. I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to finish out his career maybe 3 to 4 more fights, maybe even 2 if he's cautious. And we're going to have to see when Yordenis Ugas come back how he's going to look and stuff like that. Hopefully he comes back. I want to see him continue to fight. But if he calls it a day and be like, look, man, I think I took enough of a beating. I think I'm going to retire from the sport. I wouldn't be mad at Yordenis Ugas. He did what he had to do at the end of the day. He gave Errol Spence Jr. an opportunity for greatness, and he was looking for greatness. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence Jr. was just more of the superior fighter, and he just wanted it more, and he was more hungry. So I just wanted to finish the video off on this notion. Terrence Crawford, you better be ready, because a lot of you Bud fans are hyping Terrence Crawford up, thinking that he's going to knock out Errol Spence Jr. in 4 rounds and 6 rounds and stuff like that. Well, I got something to say to y'all. I feel like that Errol Spence Jr. is going to break this man in half. I truly believe that, because Terrence Crawford is delusional. He has been on a delusional state. If you guys thinking that Terrence Crawford is just going to walk through Errol Spence Jr. and half of you Crawford fans thinks that he's going to just legitimately walk through Errol Spence Jr., keep thinking that, because I hope that Errol Spence Jr. break both of this man's orbital bones and break both of his ribs. No slight to Terrence Crawford. I think he's one hell of a fighter, and he could beat any fighter if he chooses. But I truly believe, I really do hope that this man, Errol Spence Jr., break both of his orbital bones. I really do, because I want these Crawford fans to go away. I want them to make up every single excuse in the book and say, oh, Terrence Crawford was never good. Look at his resume. He was a B-plus fight. That's what I want you to say. For a fact, when Errol Spence Jr. destroys this man, I want you Crawford fans to say that, because I'm just getting at the point. I'm sick and tired of you Crawford fans making up excuses for this man and stuff like that. This man is a grown man. He doesn't need you to make up excuses for him. So I'm gonna leave the video off that. If you don't like what I say, well, why are you watching the video? With that being said, guys, Yordenis Ugas could have a career-ending injury due to an orbital bone, and it is sad at the end of the day that if it has to come to that, he's just gonna have to call it a day. I hope it is the case. I hope he continues to fight, try to get a couple more dollars in the sport, and just call it a day at the end of the day. With that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.